What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Firefighters Podcast. With me this week, I have a special guest, our hero from Saturday night, the FDNY versus NYPD hockey game, Vinny Lopes. Vin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. What's going on, everybody?
If you weren't lucky enough to be there or and you didn't catch the Islanders stream, Vinny here scored the game-winning goal in overtime. Check out Spittin' Chicklets. They tweeted out a video of it. It was pretty awesome. Top shelf.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Perfect angle too that they caught you on there.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. So let's start out with before the game. I played in 5 of these games. This isn't your 1st, right? This is your 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, this was my 4th game.
4th game. Is this your first goal?
No, I scored. So I played twice with PD and now twice with FD. I scored,
that doesn't count. I meant with them. I don't care about the PD game.
I scored twice when I was on PD, and then this is my first goal for FD.
All right. So your first one that matters. All right. And so I'm assuming then you lost both those games with the PD, or you playing the tie?
I played in the tie, and then the first one I played, we lost in the shootout.
All right. If you don't know, the FDNY and the NYPD hockey teams, which are world renowned, the FDNY hockey team won the gold medal at the 2017 World Police Fire Games, which is very competitive. But anyway, we play this game every year. This is the 48th year. And it's essentially for charity. They raise hundreds of thousands of dollars that go to various charities, widows and children, the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation, Fire Family Transport. But anyway, they played this game. It's usually in a sold out NHL arena, with the exception of COVID last year. So it's kind of a big deal. It's this year was the first year at UBS, which is the Islanders Arena, and it was sold out. The suites were all sold out. It was very loud, right? So talk us through it. This year was a little different, right? Because we had a death this week. And I know a lot of guys on the team were close. We lost firefighter Timothy Klein at a fire in Brooklyn. So what was the feeling like before the game? I never had to deal with any of that before I played.
Yeah, I mean, so we have a couple guys, like you mentioned, that were in that house. So the week leading up to the game, it was pretty. The mood wasn't the best. It was a little gloomy, and for good reason. Going into the locker room, though, everybody kind of focused on the game and tried to put that not behind us, but just not focus on it and focus on the task at hand. UBS, the whole experience was. Usually we play in Madison Square Garden, like Rob said, but playing in UBS was a new experience, and they actually, they actually did a really great job with it. So,
I thought so, man. I went to over a dozen NHL games this year, and that was as loud and as crowded as any of them. It might even have been the loudest game that I've been to.
Yeah, it was extremely. Especially after the goal, it was insane. Really was. It was an awesome experience overall.
Yeah. What went through your head when you saw that puck go in?
So it's funny coming down the ice. Me and Brendan Tracy, the guy who passed me the puck, we were kind of locking eyes the whole way, and he was just waiting for the trailing defender to come just a little bit lower to get me the puck. And as soon as he passed it, I ripped it, and when I shot it, I knew that, it was going, and it just had that feeling as soon as I let it go.
It's like hitting the ball on the sweet spot, right?
It really is. Like, it was just a quick transition, like catch and shoot, and it just, I got lucky, and it went right in, and I did a little celly. I turned around and just saw everyone skating towards me, and it was a great feeling.
Did you have that celly premeditated? We'll put up the link to the video so you all could see the celly. But
I raised. So like I said, I shot it. I think I was the first person. If you watch the video, you see Zay, who's also on the line with me and Tracy. He's kind of right by the post, and I think he had the best view of the net itself. But
Yeah.
as soon as I shot, I just put my hands up. I knew before it even happened. It was awesome. And then
I was so excited when I saw it was you. Um, I just thought it was cool, and I instantly knew because I don't know if you know this, but I had a very similar experience. Mine wasn't in overtime, uh,
okay,
and I know that feeling, and like I relived it for like a second when
right.
I saw you. But there's a connection. It's funny that you play with Zay and Tracy because when I scored my goal, I worked in 216, and I
Oh yeah,
also ended up
okay,
working in 108, which is where those guys work. So that's
right,
pretty
right,
cool.
right. Yeah, that's cool.
Um, when we had the opposite experience. We hadn't won in 5 years. It was in
Okay,
2004, so we hadn't won since before 9/11. So you
right.
can imagine the pressure that we were under.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't overtime, but I was the only guy on the ice to keep up with Joe Florio, so I was lucky to be in the right spot. But
Right.
all right, that's awesome, man. So you work in Manhattan, 33 engine.
Yeah.
If you don't, people don't know that's downtown. That's at the Bowery, right?
Yeah, it's
Used to be.
technically no, yeah. It's right off the Bowery, Great Jones Street. The area I guess is technically NoHo, north of Houston. So it's uh it's a good little spot. I love the firehouse.
Yeah. How long you been working there? You went straight there, or
Uh yeah, so I went straight there out of Proby school, got there in September of 2019. Um and I've been there since. I did a year rotation out in Staten Island in ladder 79. Uh and I just got back to 33 and 9 in March of this year.
so? I mean, obviously, you can't answer this truthfully because you guys from your firehouse might hear it. But you like Manhattan better than Staten Island? I mean, they're two totally different experiences, right?
Yeah, two totally different experiences. I definitely love Manhattan. I've always loved Manhattan. Went to high school in Manhattan, and I was a cop in Manhattan, so I just feel most comfortable in the city. I love the feeling of it and the pace and everything like that. So, but Staten Island, I definitely enjoyed my experience there, and I learned a lot from those guys.
Yeah, they're on the North Shore too, so it's a bit of a
Yeah, it's
busier area.
yep.
It's not quite Jersey. uh, that's cool, man. I liked Manhattan too. Um, so where did you work as a cop? Which precinct?
The first all the way downtown, right off the ferry.
Right, right. All right. That's right by ladder 8, right? So
Yep. Yeah,
if our
it's
listeners
literally right
know,
across the street.
you've seen ladder 8 before. They filmed Ghostbusters there.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
so everyone gets a general idea. So what made you want to come over, and what do you like better?
I just honestly, I always wanted to be a firefighter. I took
Yeah.
the first exam. That was the first city exam I took. I got a 98 on it. I actually started the process of I took the CPAD, and it's funny. A bunch of my buddies also got a 98 on that test, and they got on. And I was towards the end of the 98s that year, so they just ended the list in the middle of the score.
Oh, that's
And so yeah, right after that, a year went by. I got called by PD. I took PD. I went to start my city time. Still a great job. And yeah, then I took the next fire department test. It's funny. I take the most recent fire department test, and I'm graduating the police academy, and I get a phone call from one of the guys on the PD hockey team, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, Vinny." I was like, "Yeah, I'm walking out of MSG now. Just had the graduation. My family's all here. It's great." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not calling to congratulate you that you graduated the police academy. I'm calling to congratulate you that you got 104 on the fire department test." He's like, I guess we'll see you later." And I was just like, "No, I'm not, not looking to leave, blah blah blah." And they just they all knew. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it was always my dream job, and I'm just fortunate that it ended up happening.
That's awesome. So where did you play hockey growing up?
So I grew up playing in Jersey mostly. Played for the Mercer Chiefs, the Titans, the Jersey Devils youth.
Oh yeah.
Um, then when I went to juniors, I played in Philadelphia for the Junior Flyers, the Revolution, who I'm not sure is a team anymore. And then I went to Vermont to the Glades for like a half season.
What was that, a junior team?
Yeah, I was in the EJ, which I
Uh,
also don't think is a league anymore. It's crazy. There's so many leagues now, and I don't know,
right.
so far out of the loop.
But that's the great thing about hockey, right? Is it really takes you everywhere. You get to go
Yeah, it really. Yep,
all over the place. You meet all sorts of people. And I
yep,
tell people all the time when they're trying, like people my age, they'll have kids who are trying to decide what sports they're going to really play. And
right.
I always say hockey is for the rest of your life. You could
Yeah,
play
it really
golf
is.
for the rest of your life, but that's not a team sport. It's not, you're not going to play softball at 10 o'clock midweek in January, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's kind of like you're making a life decision. It's a whole,
It really is. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's nonstop. Always.
And being part of a hockey team is different than being part of any other team.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Um, which is what I think is so special about the FDNY hockey team, right? It's like a firehouse on steroids, kind of, right? Like the
Yeah, it is.
closeness.
Yeah, I feel like you get all the best characters from all the firehouses across the city. Like it's just it's a cool melting pot.
Right.
You get everything.
People would ask me all the time, like, you drive to Long Island at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday to go to a practice. And they don't understand how much fun, practice would take 6 hours because it's not just the hour and a half you're on the ice, right?
Right.
It's the
Yeah. It's
shenanigans that
it's
happen
it's a whole
afterwards.
it's a whole day. It's a whole day affair.
All right, man. Well, we got the Rangers in the playoffs, so I don't want to keep
Yep.
you. I just wanted to hear about your experience.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it, Rob. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks thanks for scoring the other day. You made my son's day.
Yep.
But thank you, and thanks to all the guys on the team for what was a great day for not just for the fans, but for those families you guys helped.
Right.
You guys gave out $25,000 to the
Yep.
families of
Yep.
our fallen. Um, and that's just what the people see. They also give out
Right.
money to organizations behind the scenes. So
Right.
thanks to Vinny. Thanks for coming on. We look forward to watching you next year, which
Yep.
hopefully will be on TV.
Yep.
Um,
I know that.
but check it out. We're going to post the link in the video to Vinny's goal, which is pretty cool. So check it out. All right, Vin, go watch the game.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, bro.
Yep. Let's go Rangers.
Yeah.
Later.